Hi, I'm Finita, and this is my story. I was born in East Africa, Tanzania, in a city called Dar es Salaam. Brought up in a loving, caring home and a happy child, always out there making new friends, at least trying to. I went through a lot of bullying, and if I look back, it's rough for a child to go through. You're constantly surrounded by people, in this case, let's say kids, who rip a part of me each time. I tried ignoring, but the voices kept getting louder each day, and my cries went on for nights. I never understood why I was in such a position, thus, the loop in my life each day became overwhelming. It became a noise that I could not shake off until one day I decided that I'll just end my life. I never was successful, but each time I tried, it left a scar on me until it was time I had enough of everything and rushed home and told my parents what I was going through. Everyone stood there in silence, tears rolling down their cheeks and rage rushing through their veins. That is when my uncle, who was my backbone to everything, set me aside and told me the truth of life. How each struggle you overcome will make you stronger, bigger, fierce, and above them all. He taught me contentment, and he taught me how to live through my art. So now I had a new voice echoing in my head, and this time it was my uncle's. When I walked past those people, all I heard was, "You're bigger, stronger, chin up and walk it off like nothing can shake you." And so I did. I waited restlessly to rush back home, grab my drawing book, and sketch with my uncle every day. With time, I told my parents that I wanted to become a designer, and most of all, just live. My family supported my dream, and the very next year, I landed in Toronto for my first step towards life. I studied illustration, but sadly, before I graduated, I lost my uncle, and that bit beat me down more than anything in life I could have. I lost the light I had in life for any motivation to move on. I headed back home with everything lost in life. Eventually, I realized that I just never lost him because my art was him giving a part of himself to me. As soon as I had that thought, I slowly got myself back up. I got myself back into school and into the next step in life. Put myself out there to love and live in everything my uncle had built for me. Thus, if you ask me if I had struggles as a child, yes. Ripped off my childhood? Yes to that too, but I'm kind of glad it happened to me, and I'm honored to have my uncle in my life, and life is beautiful. Now, even with the scars and wounds I might still hold, but I still learned how to create and capture everything in my life that I'm afraid to lose, and then embrace that moment. Conestoga has been my best first step into my journey as a designer. Here I can learn, grow, get inspired, be my truest self, and be surrounded by supportive people and professors who push me to outdo myself each day. Where I come from, people lack opportunities in life. Children whose dreams are forced to be kept, limited, but regardless of all the struggles each person goes through, it's inspiring to see that they still do not give up. They push to achieve as much as they can and afford to. Finds joys in the littlest, purest moments in life. Embrace the beautiful culture, grow in it, and most of all, stay content in everything they have in life. Seeing them hustling to do their best in what they charm in the city. And from that, we have the saying Hakuna Matata, which means no worries. So just love your life to be you and never be afraid to break your own limits and outdo yourself. Push to outdo your past.